When I read Marian Wright Edelman's book, it just resonated with me so deeply that we are here not just for our own selves. We're here to lift up humanity. The power of a good book, it can change your life. This is Book Shook. This is a book called The Measure of Our Success, A Letter to My Children and Yours by Marian Wright Edelman. And it's a book that I read on my way to college. When I was 19 years old, I drove cross country from Nashville, Tennessee to Stanford University. The main premise is it's a letter that she wrote to her 3 sons on their 18th birthday about how to be a good citizen, to be a moral person, how to make life decisions that are filled with purpose. And there's just so many great lessons in this book about the impact that you leave on people in the world. Marian Wright Edelman marched with Martin Luther King. She was an incredible civil rights leader during the civil rights movement in the 1960s in America. She has dedicated her life to helping others, and primarily children. That's one of the lessons I really learned from her book, is that she talks a lot about her mothering, and that being a mother doesn't mean just taking care of your own children. It means taking care of the community's children. There are no other people's children. There are the children of the world, and it is our responsibility as good humans to care for all children and advocate for all children. And even as I'm thinking about it, it makes me want to cry. I think the initial feeling I had when I read the book was there were so many things I felt about what I wanted to create for my life or how I wanted to give back. I grew up in a family where my grandfather was always working for his community, whether it was part of Big Brothers Big Sisters or he was creating scholarship programs for different universities in Nashville. His whole life was about service. Leadership and service are by no means limited to visible public roles. Be a quiet servant and leader, and an example in your home, your school, your workplace, and community. You have a role to exercise, either positively or negatively, every minute of the day. Have you ever noticed how one example, good or bad, can prompt others to follow? Just doing the right thing and the decent thing can set the pace for others to follow in all kinds of settings. And that is just a huge life lesson I think about all the time. If you set a positive tone when you're at work or at school or in your family, others will follow. Lesson 17, choose your friends carefully. Stay out of the fast lane and ignore the crowd. You were born God's original. Try not to become someone else's copy. I think that's so great. I think, I talk to my kids a lot about who you surround yourself with is really important in life. I felt so inspired by Marian Wright Edelman after I read this book that I reached out to her and asked to join her mission to help America's children through the Children's Defense Fund. And it was an incredible time in my life by just listening and learning about things I didn't know. And I really learned a lot about being thoughtful and conscious of your words, your actions. It's such a good book. I just feel really lucky that I found her words in this book at such a pivotal age. It really shaped a lot of ideas for me and affirmed things that I knew in my heart were true, but I didn't have the words for. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Marian, for writing this book, for being a lantern in this world, for lighting the way for so many, including me. I don't know who I'd be if I hadn't had your words and your guidance and your wisdom. Hi, y'all. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe here, or here, or here, like somewhere in this area. Anywhere, over there.